had to breathe. They was hating, I was humble. Why you envy me?
Real life, real fight, it ain't nothing nice. Things ain't always right, keep my game on tight. You say I come from nothing, boy, it might be right. Got nothing, haters just be talking, but they ain't really saying nothing. Yeah, can you do the bustin'? Only one, it ain't no bluffing. Gotta live for something, yeah. Cup running over, yeah, keep it coming. Got the devil on his toes, keep him running, yeah, keep him running. I got a gift and it's stirring, restoration, yeah, it's yearning. Been down too long, I got my soul burning. I gonna flow from the head, cause I ain't got no words on the phone instead. Until I'm dead. You could be going through a hard time and can't see. People talking with no understanding.
I come from hell, been through hell, I just had to breathe. They was hating, I was humble. Why you envy me?
Sometimes I'm down, sometimes I'm up. All I need is God to fill my cup. Keep my cup on full. Running over, keep my cup on full.
Sometimes I'm down, sometimes I'm up. All I need is God to fill my cup. Keep my cup on full. Running over, cup on full. I was patient, trying to make a play. General in position, he well equipped to win the race. Man, I prayed for this, hustle hard all day for this. Me and God, I was made for this, and you don't even know the half. Sweat, blood, traveling his path. Sacrifice to 50 shoes, kinda remind myself of Jacob. I was supposed to die failure. Now the cup is running over from all the pain I endured. If the game is life or death, then I know I'm insured.
You could be going through a hard time and can't see. People talking with no understanding.
I come from hell, been through hell, I just had to breathe. They was hating, I was humble. Why you envy me?
Sometimes I'm down, sometimes I'm up. All I need is God to fill my cup. Keep my cup on full. Running over, keep my cup on full.
Sometimes I'm down, sometimes I'm up. All I need is God to fill my cup. Keep my cup on full. Running over, my cup on full. Running over.
Head on collision, God the physician. When the enemy be tripping, only he can fix it. Head up, yeah, face to face. The word of God, while we live by faith, while we save by grace. Head on collision, God the physician. When the enemy be tripping, only he can fix it. Head up, yeah, face to face. The word of God, and while we live by faith, saved by grace. You could be going through a hard time and can't see. People talking with no understanding.
I come from hell, been through hell, I just had to breathe. They was hating, I was humble. Why you envy me?
Sometimes I'm down, sometimes I'm up. All I need is God to fill my cup. Keep my cup on full. Running over, keep my cup on full.
Sometimes I'm down, sometimes I'm up. All I need is God to fill my cup. Keep my cup on full. Running over, my cup on full. Running over.
Listen, I want all my praise party people to get up on your feet right now. Come on, and just clap your hands with us. Come on. We gonna have fun on this song. Tell your neighbor, I don't know what you come to do, but I came to get my praise on. I don't know what you come to do, but I came to get my dance on. Y'all ready? Come on, let's go. Right here.
I don't know what you come to do, but I came to get my praise on. I don't know what you come to do, but I came to get my dance on. I don't know what you come to do, but I came to get my praise on. I don't know what you come to do, but I came to get my dance on. You sing, I don't know what you come to, but I came to get my praise on. Come on, get my praise on. Say, I don't know what, hey, I don't know my praise on. Come on, there's a praise party going on. Say, I don't know what.
I don't know what you come.
Y'all ready to rock with us right here?
I came to give my
Hey, here we go.
Hands up.
hands up,
All my people to the front. Come on.
hands up,
All my people to the side.
hands up,
Let me see you in the backyard.
hands up,
Lift them up real high.
hands up,
All my people to the front.
hands up,
All my people to the side.
hands up,
Let me see you in the back.
hands up.
Lift them up real high. Let's go.
Don't know what you come to do, but I came to give my praise on. I don't know what you come to do, but I came to give my praise on.
Ow.
I don't know what you come to do,
But I came to get my praise
I
up.
came to give
Let's
my
go. Hey, there's a praise party going on. Say,
I don't know what else you come to do, but I came to give my
hey, hey, hands up. All my people to the front. All my people to the side. Let me see you in the backyard. Lift them up real high. All my people to the front. All my people to the side. Let me see you in the backyard. Lift them up real high.
There's a praise party going on.
Say, I got it right.
I got it right,
And you got it right.
you got it right.
There's a praise.
There's a praise party going on.
Let the redeemer of the Lord say so. Who the Son set free is free indeed. There's a praise. Come on.
There's a praise party going on.
Say, I got it right.
I got it right,
And you got it right.
you got it right.
There's a praise.
There's a praise party going on.
Let the redeemer of the Lord say so. Who the Son set free. Dre Rumble, let's go.
Had my back against the rope, shit, it caught me slipping. Thought I had it together, I was
Feel that,
somewhat
come on.
tripping. Devil fell back as I stared in his face. Try to block out the hate as I go to that place. Stumbled in this game. So many done lost hope, found out the hard way that life is no joke. Never made the money, always let the money make me. Got to the point where I let the money break me. Fell so hard, let the money take me. Couldn't even tell I was riding with snakes. For you hard on the grind, it can leave you blind. But the man above will try to
Give
leave
God
you
the
signs.
praise.
Hands up.
Come on. Where you going from left to right? Come on. Yeah. Come on, come on, come on. Put your hands up. Everybody put your hands up. Hey, let me see you put your hands up. Let me see you put your hands up. Whoa, feel good right here. Let's go. Put your hands up. Everybody put your hands up. Put your hands up. Come on, let's go. Let's rock it. Come on. Where you going from left to right? Come on. Come on.
Thank you for tuning in. You're watching My Journey with Paula G. And we'd like to thank our underwriters, My Coffee Shop of East Lake, Atlanta, Georgia, home of the amazing basil lemonade. And also, we'd like to thank Dr. Paul and Marcia Kelly. That's right, Dean and President of Pastors Time International Bible College. And we'd like to thank PositivePower21.org for our media. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed this presentation.
Something that I have to say. I heard you talking about me. You heard me talking about you. Now this sounds like a devil's plan. We have to walk this path. We're not by sight. We must
must get it right. We have to get it right. Get it right. It's time to realize this is just a trip. Ow, it's just a trip. We must understand. If you help me to pray, I know things will get better. If you help me to pray, I know things will get better. Yeah, you there, listen up. There's something that I have to say. I heard you talking about me. You heard me talking about you. Now this sounds like a devil's plan. We have to walk this path and not by sight. We must get it right. We have to get it right. Get it right. It's time to realize this is just a trip. Ow, it's just a trip. We must understand. If you help me to pray, I know things will get better. If you help me to pray, I know things will get better. If you help me to pray, I know things will get better. If you help me to pray, I know things will get better. Things are gonna get better. Things are gonna get so much. Things are gonna get better if you help me to pray. Help me to pray. Things are gonna get now. Things are gonna get better if you help me to pray. Help me to pray. Bill is ready. I'm feeling it. So much better. Thank you.
Hey family, welcome to my journey. I'm your host, not your co-host. I'm your host, Paula G, and with me for this episode is Dr. Fred Newsom. Yes. And when I tell you I'm excited to have this gentleman with me today, I'm excited to have this gentleman with me today because he's going to share his journey on a couple of dimensions. How are you today?
Good, doing very good. Thank you, Paula.
And it's an honor to have you here with us today. So thank you so very much. We're going to jump right in. Take us on your music journey, how it got started and we'll get to where you are today.
Well, I'll say my music journey got started when I used to work with the Stellar Awards.
Okay.
I actually started off when the Stellar Awards did their, I think, 11th or 12th show. Mm-hmm. And I was actually doing bus trips to the Stellars. So I used to get a group of people together mm-hmm. from different areas, usually local areas, but then it just branched out from different states and different cities.
Okay.
And we used to do bus trips to the Stellar Awards. And the Stellar Awards actually saw how faithful I was at doing the bus trips, because I did for several years.
Right.
So when the Stellar Awards got ready to form their academy, Stellar Awards Gospel Music Academy, mm-hmm. which is now the official voting body of the Stellar Awards, they asked me to be one of the members of there as soon as they started. So I prayed about it, and mm-hmm. some people say, well, why pray about that? No, you pray about everything. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct thy path.
Absolutely.
So I prayed about it. Mm-hmm. God gave me the green light to join the board, so I sent my information back, said I'd be glad to be a board member. And they said, well, just forming this, and your name came up in the meeting, and, you know, we want your confirmation. I said, okay, I'll do it. So I think working with the Stellar Awards, mm-hmm. I think I worked with them for like 15 years. Okay. I was on the advisory board for 4 years. And then I just kept going, doing bus trips and everything to the Stellar Awards, and ended up bringing a lot of people to the Stellars, but I was a part of a member of the Grammy Awards as well. Mm-hmm. So when they saw some of the things I was doing with the Stellar Awards, and my credentials, it's like, wow, well, I put my name on the list for Board of Governors for Grammys, which is, anybody know anything about the Grammys, that's the highest board you can get on with your name, but you actually had to be voted on. So I was nominated a couple years, and I thought that was pretty cool, but I think from there, seeing I was working with the Stellar Awards and the Grammys, you know, being a Board of Governor nominee for the Grammys, I said, well, God put in my heart to do Newsom Awards. Well, I really didn't want to have nothing to do with any Newsom Awards, because I'm like, well, Lord, I'm doing good, you know, working with these 2 programs, trying to get on the board of the Grammys and all that, and God's like, do your own show.
Wow.
So I branched out from those 2 programs, started doing the Newsom Awards, and this year we'll be celebrating our 23rd show.
Wow.
And the artists we've seen come and go through the Newsom Awards, a lot of artists still out there prevalent today in the country, and they have been nominated for Stellar Awards and won Stellar Awards, and I think nominated for Grammys, and just to see all these Newsom Award artists now at these different platforms is totally amazing, Paula. Totally amazing to see how God has just opened so many doors for so many people. And it's just amazing. And just to know you had a little hand in it. Maybe not a whole lot, but you had a little hand in trying to help push those careers. And that's really the whole design behind the Newsom Awards. Is that I wanted to find ways to push those different artists that couldn't get pushed any other way, or nobody wanted to open the door or create a platform for them. So God put the Newsom Awards in my heart, and we had an opportunity to create an amazing platform for a lot of people, a lot of artists.
So, okay, so I'm listening to this and I'm hearing you. This all started with bus trips.
Bus trips.
So I'm not quite connecting the dots. We all started with bus trips, and through the bus trips and the exposure, you know, we're on these different boards, we're getting noticed, and years down the line, we're starting our own awards. So kind of take me back to the bus trips, and what kinds of things along the, okay, we're at the awards, what kinds of things are we learning along the way to prepare us to be in position to have our own awards?
Well, let me say, starting with the Stellar Awards, and then them seeing how faithful I was just with the bus trips.
Okay. Just organizing the trips.
Just organizing the trips, just bringing people down to the show. We had a couple shows, 2 or 3 shows in Atlanta. We saw, I think they sold out in Atlanta. And then it just went from city to city every 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
So just the faithfulness, and I would say this to anybody.
Right.
God watches your faithfulness. Other people watches your faithfulness to see, are you faithful to the calling, faithful to the ministry?
Right.
And me just being faithful to doing what I was doing, and like I said, we would have people come from different states, different cities, from everywhere.
So just the fact that you're organizing these trips, because you got to get the buses and the people and the payment and all, you know, I'm not trying to get too specific, but payment, all these things that have to come together in order, logistics. The logistics of it. Okay.
We formulated all that. I had an amazing team always work with me. To this day, I still have an amazing team that work with me. Even with doing the Newsom Awards, people think I do it all by myself. Impossible. That's impossible. You can't do it all by yourself. So even doing the bus trips, I had people just helping me out everywhere. And obviously they were excited to go to the Stellar Awards. So, you know, and it was an amazing experience, because even seeing how amazing that show is. That is one of the amazing award shows I've ever seen. I've been to the Grammys, I've been to the Stellars, but just seeing how those 2 programs are put together, it has to leave people in awe. It have to, because they do an amazing job.
So you picked up a lot of skills, experience, expertise, the tools that you needed along the way. All these different experiences, you picked up the tools that you needed along the way to create the Newsom Gospel Music Awards.
Exactly. I did. I watched a lot of what they did. Even when I attended the Grammys, I sat high up in the, it wasn't really the balcony, but it was high enough up that I could just see a lot of stuff that went on. And I'm a note taker. Even if I take them mentally, I'm still a note taker.
All right. So everywhere along though, because I'm still trying to connect, like, okay, how do you pick up all this stuff? So you're just watching, you're just absorbing, you're just taking all this in and seeing how it all comes together, how to coordinate it, how to organize, how to put it together.
I'm watching, I'm observing, I'm taking notes, like, oh, okay, this is how to do it. Okay, I didn't, that's interesting. And I'm just taking notes, you know, mental notes, and I'm like, okay, wow. all right, well, okay, well, you know, I'm not at that level. And the thing of it is, you have to realize where you're at, what you're at, what position you're in.
Right.
And I wasn't at that level, obviously, where they're at. But it was just nice to watch. It's just like watching an NBA basketball player, but you're in high school.
Right.
You're not at that level.
I like that analogy.
But you can watch and say, wow, okay, look how Michael Jordan did that, or look how LeBron James did that, or you got that high school kid, boy or girl, doesn't matter, looking at that individual and saying, wow, this is, oh, that's a nice move. Well, I did that in the music business.
Okay.
Everybody else wanted to learn to sing. They want to learn, I want to go to the show. I said, well, I never met enough celebrities. I need to see how the whole thing works.
How all this is put together.
How all this is put together.
We figured all that out, and then we started our Newsome Awards.
Started the Newsome Awards after that.
Okay.
Now we do a very nice show, nowhere near the level. I'm just straight. I told you I'm a straightforward person. Nowhere near the level those programs are, but we do good enough that everybody's satisfied.
Right.
But and for the Newsome Awards, like I said, I'm straightforward. We average 300 to 500 people to our show. So I wouldn't, if anybody come and look for 2,000 or 3,000, you probably wouldn't find it at our show.
Do you think someday we'll get to that point?
Oh yeah, eventually.
So we're on that. This is part of the journey.
Right, exactly, and that's the journey.
That's the journey.
That's
part
the
of the
journey.
Okay.
So we're going for that, and plus I do a lot of other projects, so we really don't have time to put into doing 2,000 or 3,000 people to a show.
Newsome Kingdom. There's a movie that you did, the record, the Miss Newsome Baltimore Film Festival. You got all of these different things, plus your record company.
Yes.
That you started.
Yes, which 2017. Extremely excited about.
Okay.
The record company came into play because I've heard so many stories about artists and record companies, artists and record companies, artists and record companies. And it's been on my mind for years. Some extremely famous singers wanted me to start a record label like 5 or 10 years ago. Right. And I just told them I wasn't interested in it. Right. And they was like, Mr. Newsome, if you started, we'll sign with you. I said, I know you're good. I know you're famous. I know you're known all over the world.
But it wasn't for you at the time.
It wasn't for me. And that's one thing, me being a carpenter, like Jesus, but me being a carpenter, one thing they taught us in carpentry school, never bite off more than you can chew. Ooh. That one statement stood with me for so many years, Paula. Never bite off more than you can chew. Till this very day, I still use it every project I work on. I'll tell people right off the bat if I can do it or if I can't do it.
Right.
If I can't do it, then there's no sense in wasting your time. You're not going to talk me into it.
So in 2017, you were biting off what you could chew.
Exactly.
And starting the record company.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
it's timing. The timing. The season.
The season, and it's God's time. It's God's season.
Okay.
Because even with doing the record label, I think I had about 20 artists that wanted to join me, and a lot of them were friends of mine. Okay. So, but I picked the 4 that God put on my heart, and obviously some of those artists that are friends of mine, when I didn't select them, they were like, "Wait a minute, Mr. Newsome, you know us." Right. I said, but I had to select the people God put on my heart to select. And that left a bad taste in some of their mouth, which I know that, but you have a choice. Either you're going to obey God or you're going to obey man. Right. And I'm going to tell you, every time I'm going to choose to obey God. So if God says select these individuals, those are the individuals I'm going to select.
So as the industry, and you may not necessarily want to voice it because it might be classified information. No. But as we have evolved in the music industry, you know, we started with, well, we might have started before 78s, but we started 78s, we went to 45s, help me with my order, 33s, the 8-track tape, what did we have after that? Cassette tape, I think we had after that, then was CD, and now digital. So what do you feel, if you choose to share, it will be or is the key to longevity in the music business?
I'll tell you what the key to longevity in the music business. One, you have to realize what you can do and what you can't do. Okay. With a lot of artists today, a lot of them never count up the cost. Okay. And I'm telling you, I'm coming straight from the Bible. Yeah. Anybody that read me, anybody that know me, like, man, he always talking scripture. Well, that's the only way you're gonna live. Right. If you don't count up the cost, I'll give you a quick example. I have many friends, hate to say it, I have many friends that put on concerts, and they'll bring in an artist that may charge them $5,000 or more, and you got to do advertising, promotion, all this good stuff, but your venue only seats 400 people, and you charge $10 a ticket. The most you can make on that venue, if you sell every seat, is $4,000. But your artist is $5,000 right off the bat.
Right.
So everything from that point, you're wasting your time. So why would you even do that event?
It sounds like common sense.
It's common sense.
Down to common sense.
But they don't sit down and count up the costs.
Okay.
I've come across that time and time and time again. And I'm like, they wonder why they're not doing good. They wonder why their ministry isn't going anywhere. Because the same money that I have, that I stretched in 5 or 10 different directions, you lost yours back there somewhere.
Right.
But I took that same money and I counted up the cost. $500 for that, $1,000 for that, another $500. So I done stretched that same money, $5,000 in 10 different areas.
So as far as like when you started, you know, why now? It's timing, God's timing. And then the key to longevity is basically just common sense. I'm trying to think of a nice flowery way to put it, but it just boils down to, you know, does it make sense when you weigh it out, when you weigh out the expenses and the cost and the potential profit? Does this thing make sense?
And that's true. Overall, people don't do projects, or artists can't get their projects out because they ran out of money.
Right.
Well, if you would have been wise and maneuvered the money you had, you would have found out how far that money could have stretched.
Right.
And this is, to me, this is a fallacy of what a lot of artists do. And it's one reason the record label, Newsom Kingdom Records, that God put in my heart to start. We have an amazing artist, Joanna Connor.
Yes.
She's part of the label, group Divine of Annapolis. Totally hot. Amazing group of young ladies
Artists
across
on
the
your label.
They are doing an amazing work. We have some up and coming artists. We created kind of like 2 platforms for artists with us. We wanted developing artists we knew we had to develop, which I don't mind. I used to manage artists years ago, and I did it for a little bit, and I don't want to manage anymore because it's too much work.
Right.
So, but I try to keep it simple.
Okay.
Try to keep it, you know, but over the years, like I said, I studied the industry.
Right.
A lot of people just jump in and like, oh, I want to go to this program, I want to go to that program.
Study.
But you got to study the industry, just like your craft.
Right. You have to study it to perfect it.
Right. You want to be a reporter, you have to study reporters. You have to study to the point where, okay, what questions do we ask? How do we do it? You just have to study what you're doing.
So you're very selective with your artists.
Exactly. Because I encourage my artists, and I talk to them all the time. Listen, make sure you're going on appointments, you're doing performances. I get all that,
right.
But make sure you can afford where you're going. You don't want to go somewhere that's going to cost you $1,000, and then when I turn around and say, okay, you went somewhere for that $1,000, what did you get back?
Right.
Well, I went to perform. You could have performed here in Baltimore.
Right.
So what'd you get? You have to tell me what you got out of that performance. Why are you spending $1,000? Because I would not let you waste my time.
Right.
Spending money that availeth nothing. That's a waste of time.
So when you're looking for artists, or when artists are looking to come to you, they also have to have that common sense.
Yeah, the hard part with working with me is that it's hard to work with me, because I pick everybody that work with me. They can't come to me and tell me they want to work with me.
So artists that are listening, they can't just approach you and say, hey, I want to be on your
No, I wouldn't.
Okay. You've got to see in them what it is that you need to see.
That's exactly
in order
what
for
it
them.
is.
Okay.
That's exactly what I build. Like I tell everybody I work with, I build relationships.
Okay.
Business, no, they probably never come. I build relationships with everybody, and I work with so many people around the country and other countries. I work with people everywhere, advise people everywhere. But those people, I have relationships with those people.
Right.
I said years and years ago, if we're just in the business relationship, we only talk business. But if we know each other, something about each other, it becomes more personal.
Right.
So when I know what you're experiencing in life, and you know what I'm experiencing in life, we better have a better understanding. As far as business, and I very seldom I just do business with anybody.
Right.
And like I said, I do a lot, and I love doing what I've been doing it for years and years and years, and I love it. Wouldn't change it for nothing in the world.
Right. And I'm loving your journey because it's straightforward. You know, it's no question. Very open, very direct. You know, I love it. We're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to continue our conversation with Dr. Fred Newsom.
Thank you.
Dr. Fred News. We're going to continue our conversation because he has shared his journey, his journey that has brought him to this point with his own record label. He shared his vision, just very straightforward, very direct. I just absolutely love it. We're going to come back in a little bit and continue this conversation about another part of his journey because his journey is not just one-dimensional. This is Paula G. This is My Journey. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to My Journey. I'm your host, Paula G, and we're here with Dr. Fred Newsom. And before the break, we had a conversation about his journey. And he shared with us some just straightforward wisdom about his journey and what has brought him to this point. And what we're going to kind of shift and talk a little bit about now is another journey that he's very passionate about, and another journey that he is on now and kind of moving forward. So tell us a little bit about that journey and what is your passion? What feeds your soul on that journey?
Well, Paula, the next journey is my journey in the political arena.
Okay.
I'm extremely passionate, extremely excited about working in the political arena. I'll tell you how I got started. Actually, I think in 2010, I ran for political office. I've always been fascinated with politics and, Congress and the things they would do in Washington, D.C. But then when I used to see different congressmen, congresswomen on the floor, in Washington, and I looked at some of the things and the points they were arguing over, and I was like, wow, those seem like real simple solutions to me.
Right.
And it took them like a long time to figure out, well, how do we do this? And then we got to have this meeting and that debate. And I just went on. I said, you know what? I want to try politics. Wow. I want to give it a shot.
Now, you had never done politics?
Never done politics before. But I knew enough to know right from wrong.
Right.
And to me, that's what a lot of it just boiled down to.
Right.
Either right or wrong. So when I ran for political office, I ran in District 10 in Baltimore County, and I did the debates. I had to go on different debates, and I thought the debates were exhilarating. I mean, like, wow, you get a chance to get up there and speak, and you got I think you got 5 to 7 minutes, but you got the chance to get up there and debate against the other candidates in the race, and as I was going more and more, I was liking it more and more and more.
It was growing on you.
It was growing on me in a big way.
Right.
And it's kind of like I got bit with that bug, and with all the coverage, media coverage, with people recording your outline, your debates in different newspapers and stuff like that, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty good. But I noticed a lot of it was just common sense.
Right.
Basically, what would you do in this situation? What would you do in that situation? How would you handle this? How would you handle that? I'm like, that's it?
Because they make it sound so complicated.
They do.
They make it sound so complicated.
And if you notice, the average person can run.
Right.
All you need to be is a citizen. So everybody's not that educated just because you're a citizen.
Right.
So that being said, I looked at, even to this day, I see a lot of people that's in offices today. And I'm like, how'd you get that again? But remember, you get in because the majority of people voted for you.
Right.
That doesn't mean you have to know anything about the position. You just have to have a lot of friends that'll go out and vote for you.
That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, and once you get in there, you're like, really? Do I know what I'm doing?
Right.
I'll figure it out as we go along. I got 4 years to work on it.
That's weird.
And that's where, and that's where you get your ups and downs, you get your chaos, you get but then you get people in office who are really extremely wise, who are extremely knowledgeable, who actually want to go in there and make a difference. And those are the people I like, the ones that want to go in there and make a change. So even though I ran in 2010 in the Baltimore County area, I didn't get the position, but the experience was amazing. Because I looked at it and I said, wow, all you gotta do is get enough people that know you to vote for you. And I have, even to this day, I have friends in political offices, and they're doing an amazing job. But it took me to the point where I ran in 2010, ran in 2014, Didn't get it again, but I'm like, as I'm going along, I'm gaining experience.
And still taking notes like you were on those
Still
bus trips.
taking notes, exactly. You got to be a note taker. I don't care what you do. You got to be a note taker, recording the experiences, and okay, this is why they won. This is how that happened. I examine everything. Even when I ran in 2014, I'm a numbers person. I count up the cost on everything. So I knew if I spent X amount of dollars on this election, I should get X amount of votes. I was like,
so you did the math on it.
I was only five votes off.
Wow.
I said, I'm going to spend this much money, and I know I'm going to get this many votes because I knew my market, I knew what was going on, I knew the community, I knew different areas.
Right.
But I didn't know the people I ran against had more debates than me. So in 2014, I got in on 2 debates. They got in on 7. I said, okay, somehow y'all pulled something over on me there. But overall, I would have even won 2014 because I was the head runner in the race. So, but if you don't take part in the debates, that's your biggest advantage point.
So now in 2018, where do we see ourselves now and beyond?
2018. I'm actually want to take. I started Newsom Political Party, but I want the Newsom Party to be a huge party, not only here in Maryland but across the country.
Okay.
Because I looked at everything that's involved in the political arena, and I've advised people in the political arena, and seeing people get in office that I've advised, and I'm like, okay, because to me, advising somebody and getting into political office, it was a practice for me as well. Because I had never done it before. And like I said, 2010 was my first start.
Right.
And I said, okay, this works. So seeing that, I said, okay, I want to start my own political party though. I said, I want to have a party that's going to be honest, forward, upright, not going to go with the special interest here and the special interest there. Right. I said, I want to see, can we pull that together? So I contacted state of Maryland and said, listen, I want to start my own party.
Thank you for tuning in. You're watching My Journey with Paula G. And we'd like to thank our underwriters, My Coffee Shop of East Lake, Atlanta, Georgia, home of the amazing basil lemonade. And also, we'd like to thank Dr. Paul and Marcia Kelly. That's right, Dean and President of Pastors Time International Bible College. And we'd like to thank Positive Power 21.org for our media. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed this presentation.
Watch the news lately, now I can see the hearts breaking. The world's going crazy. Enough is enough. Mothers and fathers losing sons and daughters, senseless tragedies. But I believe we will rise up. Take a stand, never give up. We'll never break, never lose hope. See, I believe better days are ahead of us. So wipe your tears, hold your head up. Cause at the end of the tunnel, peeking through the darkness, I can see the morning. We will rise. We will rise. Yeah. We gon' shine. We gon' shine through the darkness. Our nation, there's no compassion. So tell me, where's the love? Social injustice, secret motives, seeing double lives. Enough is enough, cause we will rise up. Take a stand, never give up. We'll never break, never lose hope. See, I believe better days are ahead of us. So wipe your tears, hold your head up. At the end of the tunnel, peeking
is revealed, I know it's hard. I know the struggle is real, but so is God. He can either calm this storm or he can be Noah's Ark, and in him we can survive the flood that's on us all. He said temptation to come, just be ready for it. Doubt screams what if, faith says I already know it. But what good is a mustard seed if you never sow it? Rise up, we finna move this mountain, prepare ocean.
Yeah.
He loves me, and I really love the Lord. Well, at least with my mouth I say I do. He loves me, but if I don't show love to my brother, then I lie to myself that I really love the Lord. La 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 so loved, why do we find it hard to love when we've been loved by love himself? Why do we find it hard to love each other like Christ loves us? Requires sacrifice from us. Sometimes we don't want to work that hard. Sometimes we don't want to make the effort, but we ought to, yes. We show that we love him if we do. La, 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 la. That's what I say. I always say that I do. Yeah. Oh. But if I don't show love to my brother, then I've definitely lied. Oh, yes, if I don't show love to my brother, then I've definitely lied to myself. I have lied. Love the Lord.
say we love, but do we really know what it means? We say we love, but do we really know what it means? Or are we just passively reading 1 Corinthians? Are we just passively reading 1 Corinthians? Yes, are we just passively reading 1 Corinthians 13? We say we love, but do we really know what it means? Maybe we should learn what it means. Maybe we should learn what it means. Maybe we should learn what it means.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Late Night Radio on Positive Power XXI live stream. That's right, this is a live international stream. Please share this file. We appreciate our listeners. This is Jerry Royce Live Worldwide, aka Batman of Charm City, Minister Radio. Let's stay tuned for a station break, a station identification. Thank you, thank you. God is good. Amen.
Duke, let's make man in our own image. Prophecy HD TV. Well done.
We are mighty men in here. We walk by faith and we don't walk in fear. Jesus said the things that I do, you also can do them too. Lord God, I just want to be everything that you want me to be. God's not a man that he shall lie. So clap your hands and praise the Most High. Yo, I'm not a gangster rapper, I'm a Jesus fanatic, you know what I'm here after. And I'ma make this clear, I got a whole lot to say, so open your ears, yo. Is there a man in the house that makes some noise? Let me hear you shout. With the King of Kings, he's the reason why, man, we can do all things, yo. And that's the Christ that is. He's the reason why we can move, breathe, and live, yo. And if it wasn't for him, who saved our lives, just so we could worship him, yo. Now who could take a bad situation, turn it around and make it a celebration? It's only one name I know, is the Lord Chief Rocker, and he's running the show. Come on. We are mighty men in here. We walk by faith and we don't walk in fear. Jesus said the things that I do, you also can do them too. Lord God, I just want to be everything that you want me to be. God's not a man that he shall lie. So clap your hands and praise the Most High. 2 Corinthians 5:17 says if any man be in Christ, that he's a new man. Praise God, cause he loves
of his children. Cleans us out, restores like abandoned buildings. Oh, how I love my Lord. Let me see another thing I've never seen before. Let it renew your mind, cause he's faithful and just like 1 John 1:9. Jesus said he'll never forsake you or leave you, so don't let the devil deceive you. And I'ma make it plain, there's not a name on earth that's above his name. I know I look cool with my earth suit on, but I look even better with my earth suit gone. Mighty men are making moves, taking the block back. Whatever the church needs, yo man, we got that. We are mighty men in here. We walk by faith and we don't walk in fear. Jesus said the things that I do, you also can do them too. Lord God, I just want to be everything that you want me to be. God's not a man that he should lie, so clap your hands and praise the Most High. I know you wanna see a greater move of God, and if you agree with that, then let me see your head nod. Okay then, now we all on the core. Now we need to hear like you never heard before. Start praying and receive the Holy Ghost. You start having the vision where God wants you to go. Jesus said to call on me, and if you think you're gonna fall, then fall on me. Cause I know the spirit is willing, the flesh is weak, but without faith, my man, your faith can't speak. Confess it with your mouth, believe it in your heart that Jesus was raised to save you from the fiery darts. And if he is, so are we. Join hands with the CHRIST. So come on, man, it's time to step a praise up. Raise your hands, come on, lift his name up. We are mighty men in here. We walk by faith and we don't walk in fear. Jesus said the things that I do, you also can do them too. Lord God, I just want to be everything that you want me to be. God's not a man that he should lie, so clap your hands and praise the Most High.
Dirty Diana, a debilitating disease. But the more we fight, a cure will bring. This urge inside, I can't fight it. This urge inside, I can't hide it. Dirty, this feeling it haunts me. I call it dirty, dirty Diana. This urge inside, I can't fight it. This urge inside, I can't hide it. Dirty, this feeling it haunts me. I call it dirty, dirty Diana. This urge inside, I can't fight it. This urge inside, I can't hide it.
did he die? A debilitating disease. But the more we fight, a cure will bring.
Here I am, I'm running back to you. I need your favor, your mercy, and your grace. Lord, you've been my ever-present help. Show me you're near me. Oh Lord, yes, I'm chasing after you. Lord, let me find you. I need that secret place where your presence never dwells. Lord, please call my name, then I will know you're here. Let your presence erase my hurt and pain, Lord. But while I wait, Lord, I'm waiting for your voice to be heard. Keep me under the shadow of your wings. Oh, until you say, help me, Lord Jesus. Lord, I need your help. I will praise you while I wait. Yes, you said I could come boldly before your throne of grace, but my heart is broken and I don't have the strength. Please wrap me in your arms and rescue me from shame and hide me in your presence, Lord. Please shelter me from rain. Teach me to stand and show me how to wait on your word. I'm chasing after you. Lord, let me find you. I need that secret place where your presence ever dwells. Lord, please call my name, then I'll know you're here. Let your presence erase my hurt and pain. Lord, while I wait, I'm waiting for your voice to be heard. Lord, keep me under the shadow of your wings. I won't move until you say, I This moment of trust, can't imagine what it'd be like if you were not here with me. Stormy weather, through the dark clouds, it's raining your happiness and peace. Peace and joy like a virgin. Your pureness is clear to see. Now I have passion in the sun. I have passion in the sun. And I just wanna say thank you. Your ray of light on the morning dew, shining so bright, it's a good day. You make it easy to say I have hope, I'm alive, I have peace. Deep inside, no one can take that away. So I live, yeah, to see another day. This feeling of joy, can't explain it. My whole heart is overjoyed by your love. Now I have passion in my soul. I have passion in my soul. And I just wanna say thank you. Your ray of light on the morning dew, shining so bright, it's a good day. You make it easy to say I have hope, I'm alive, I have peace. Deep inside, no one can take that away. So I live, yeah, to see another day. Yeah, to see another day. And I just wanna say thank you, thank you. And I just wanna say thank you, thank you. I have hope, I'm alive, I have peace. Deep inside, no one can take that away. So I live, yeah, to see another day. Yeah, to see another day.
I've been broken in defeat, waking up crying and crying myself to sleep. I've been lonely to the sea. Who's paying attention and who is worried about me? I don't know what to do, I don't know where to go. You tell me to come closer, take your hand. I didn't have a clue, didn't have a plan, but now I see and now I understand. You keep me strong when my heart to come closer, take your hand. Tell me to come closer, take your hand. I didn't have a clue, I did not have a plan, but now I see and now I understand. You keep me strong when my heart breaks. You cleanse me in the midst of the tears and the rain. You seal me, removing my past mistake. And you perform surgery.
I believe that God is good and able to take what's broken.
Thank you,
and make
Jesus.
something beautiful.
He's healing my heart. He's healing my soul. He's healing my mind. He performs surgery. Say he's healing my heart. He's healing my soul. He's healing my mind. He performs surgery. Say you heal my heart. You heal my heart. You heal my soul. You heal my soul. You heal my mind. You heal my mind. You perform surgery. You heal my heart. You heal my heart. You heal my soul. You heal my soul. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You perform surgery. You keep me strong when my heart breaks. You seal me in the midst of the tears and the rain. You cleanse me, removing my past mistakes. You perform surgery.
How can I smile when my world is crumbling down? Lord, how can I pray when everything around me not okay? And Lord, it's not easy to put a smile upon my face when there are people hurting every day. See, God is a man that he cannot lie. Things impossible to man, I know that God will provide, because he's so amazing and he's done so much in my life. Everything that you need, I know my God will provide. And that's why I smile when my world is crumbling down. And that's why I pray when everything around me not okay. And Lord, it's not easy to put a smile upon my face. There are people, yeah, that you need, my God will provide. I trust you with all my heart. Yeah. You never left me alone, and that's why I can't smile. God, I trust you. Yeah, I trust you. See, if you trust God, He will turn your frown upside down. Hey, hallelujah, Lord, yeah. Hallelujah. God, you said you never leave me nor forsake me, and I believe it, I believe it, yeah. That's why I can smile. Oh, no, no, no. See, your weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning light. Oh, hallelujah, Lord, yeah. Hallelujah.
Forever, yeah, yeah. Forever, through my ups and downs, my highs and lows, when I'm missing you eternally for life. Forever, through my ups and downs, my highs and lows, when I'm missing you eternally for life. Forever, through my ups and downs, my highs and lows, when I'm missing you eternally for life.
When I pass away, I live fueled by a higher power. Let me tell you what it is. Through the dimmest of nights, boy, I still shine bright, way above the stars. And I'm blazing this light. Still struggle, I strive, I'ma put my pride. I keep it real, I'm Holyfield, I got nothing to hide. I'm coming down, coming through. God took me out the zoo, swinging on the vine. Through the jungle, dropping truth. God bless you, boy. And I ain't talking about a true hit. The track like a speaking locomotive as it blew on my flicker to a flame. Burning down the roof, spitting through the cruise. Slide, drop the seed, it grew. I'm exclusive. His, that's all the way authentic, man. I'm sick with this word. Drop me off at the clinic as I saddle up. You can't pay your boy enough to go back, Jack. To the same old stuff, we change forever.
Forever, through my ups and downs, my highs and lows, when I'm missing you eternally for life. Forever, through my ups and downs, my highs and lows, when I'm missing you eternally for life. Forever, through my ups and downs, my highs and lows, when I'm missing you eternally for life. Forever, you're always there for me. Forever,
I'm sealed, tighter than a Ziploc bag. I power up and press forward, I will not go back. In this cold, cruel world, I'm trusting Yahweh as my shepherd. And gave him my agenda, he been blessing my endeavors. But keep it in context, cause it ain't about the cheddar. Sometimes it get hard, my boy, you gotta keep your head up. So I guess I never settle, I'm trying to get better. I struggle with laziness, chop the head off. Several put his name in lights, I ain't gotta be a line header. But speak to his conventions, did I mention I'm a debtor? The ultimate trendsetter, make the cotton and the feathers that you rockin' on your back. You can't weigh them with your measure. So bro, I'm finna leave and print my memories forever. You see your boy again, I be floating through the weather. I know you was hoping we would always be together. I hate to tell her, it don't last forever.
Forever, through my ups and downs, my highs and lows, when I'm missing you eternally for life. Forever, through my ups and downs, my highs and lows, when I'm missing you eternally for life. Forever, through my ups and downs, my highs and lows, when I'm missing you eternally for life. Forever, you're
I ain't here to argue about his facial features. I'm here to convert atheists into believers. I'm just trying to say the way school need teachers, the way Catholic needed regents, that's the way I need Jesus. So here goes my single dog radio needs this. They teach us to rap about anything except for Jesus. That means gun sets, lies, videotapes. But if I talk about God, my record won't get played, huh? So this may take away from my spins, which will probably take away from my ends. But I hope it take away from my sins and bring the day that I'm dreaming about. Next time I'm in the club, everybody screaming out. 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 I put my pen to my pad to express these thoughts. Only prayer that I pray is that I don't get caught. Picture me 14 walking a road that's dark, with a pistol on my waist and no fear in my heart. About to betray everything that I know I've been taught. Just trying to show my big brother I'm tougher than when we fought. I know my mom is praying, I know my daddy is gone. Sister's a bit too young, so I'm walking alone. A black teen in America, I need some protection. So I went and bought a gun, now I need some direction. A young Trayvon wearing my hoodie at night. I invented this stereotype that ended his life. To his mother and father, I hope you're hearing this kite. I'm the thoughts, him and my haters seeing none of the lights. J. Cole asked what's the price of a black man's life. I don't know, but I'm sure about to roll these dice so I can get that ice and I can live that life. I'm on my ball bucket, yo, my price is right. Trying to make sure I sell to everything in sight. I'm in these streets tonight, my mama singing devotion. I'm missing my dad, but I can't show no emotion. It's penance how I keep my head throughout all this commotion. As I exit the game, I see these youngers get in. As I look in their eyes, it's like I'm viewing my twins. God, would you cover these babies? Forgive their sins. This game today are taking places even I never been. We don't think consequence, we just trying to win. Society attacking me, I'm just trying to defend. Below the poverty line, tired of hearing mama crying, so I hit the grind just so I can feed mine. Plan to get back to your will, but God in the meantime, please accept my soul case is my body they find. Jesus, everybody screaming out. Everybody screaming out. Everybody screaming out. Everybody screaming out. I pray Kanye don't stop me using his lines, but Jesus, what I need you to do with this time. I pray Kanye don't stop me using his lines, but Jesus, what I need you to do with this time. Didn't wanna be like my dad and felt the way he sent. So imagine how I feel seeing my kids on the weekend. Wanted to love their mother, I ain't know how to love me. Kept the outside fresh, inside I was ugly. My emotions was numb from things I thought I'd overcome. Turns out they were the things that I actually ran from. As I sit in this lap with this weed in his hand, gonna thinking about going back to the game that I ran from. Just want a better life for my mama, grandsons. They need new shoes and don't nobody wear and ones. My daughter at the age now where she need tampons. Life getting real, yo, gotta put the clamps on. Trying to give her the game between a man and a dog. That's kinda difficult when you the one in the fault. She look at my example, but how I treat her mama right now, all she see is the back and forth drama.
Marin!
What's up, baby?
Like, what's going on? What are we supposed to do? These bills are due. I got them calling. Like what are we doing?
You're not paying the bills of what I give you?
No, it's not enough. It's not enough.
Have you picked up more hours like you said you was gonna pick up?
Pick up more hours? How am I supposed to pick up more hours and take care of the kids? That's impossible. What are we supposed to do at this point?
I don't know. How about
Oh my
that?
God. That's not an answer.
It's not a good answer, but it's the answer. I don't know.
We have kids.
They're not missing no meals. You're sitting there watching Love and Hip Hop when you're on your days off, when you can actually go online and sell something. eBay, Etsy, something.
Late nights and fights, I'm sleeping on the couch. A couple months later, daddy moving out the house. It's hard to trust anything coming out my mouth. I can explain it all, that's if you hear me out. Feel like I lost my fam trying to chase my dreams. That was never my intention, know how fake that seemed. All I wanted in life was to rock the mic. That dream turned nightmare when I lost my wife. Some of advice Well, won't you go back? You don't understand, it's more complicated than that. You can't undo deeds, no matter the sorrows and pleas. And it's killing my heart, cause it's affecting my seeds. But I can't quit now, this is how I breathe. And if I quit now, what's my legacy when I leave? So on that note, am I a selfish man? If so, I pray to God that my kids understand. And everybody screaming out. Everybody screaming out. Everybody screaming out. Everybody screaming out. I pray Kanye don't stop using this line, but Jesus, what I need you to do at this time. I pray Kanye don't stop using this line, but Jesus, what I need you to do at this time. I ain't here to argue about his facial features. I'm here to convert atheists into believers. I'm just trying to say the way school needs teachers, the way Catholic need the regents, that's the way I need Jesus. So here goes my single dog radio needs this. They teach us to rap about anything except for Jesus. That means gun sets, lies, videotapes. But if I talk about God, my record won't get played, huh?
We gon' send fire through the city. We gon' light the whole city, cause we lit, watch it light up.
Tyrone.
What?
Look at these bills.
Man. Woman, what you want?
Tyrone, we need to pay these bills.
I'm not paying these bills.
You need to
I'm not paying these bills. You can pay these bills yourself and clean these papers up.
time for hate, a time for war, and a time for peace. You created all the seasons, you have the whole world in your hands. When you created me, it was a perfect plan. Nobody like you, Lord. No, there's nobody like you, Lord. There is nobody like you, nobody like you, nobody like you, Lord. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole 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 wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. Nobody like you, Lord. No, there's nobody like you, Lord. There is nobody like you, nobody like you, nobody like you, Lord. There's nobody like you, nobody like you, Searching for answers, it has to be more than I see. Is it just me? The world that I live in is lied to me.
I can feel that, man.
Constantly, over and over again. I've been searching high and low, everywhere I go. Signs all around me, I'm chosen. I've been searching high and low, everywhere I go. Signs all around me, I'm chosen.
We grew up, screwed up, naughty hair, stricken, blew up. We did it till we threw up. They claimed that he knew us. My life was predestined. I had to learn my lesson. Running around stressing till he came and addressed me. You never belong to Lucifer. Your calls from eternity was something burning me, but I was blind from a younger see. But now the smokers died down a firefight instead. I still see the struggle, but I see the worst in red guys working a life to be precise. We call the work to Christ. You thought you lived once, in Him you live it twice. So take your wrongs, cross on mine, make you one with the Father. Bet your bottom dollar He ain't failing neither, partner. Chosen for corrosion, token for a broken world. Natural purpose lies in Him like popping oysters, find the pearls. True identity's in Him, like the license in your wallet. He's the manual, I'm the proof for you evidence-aholics.
I've been searching high and low, everywhere I go. Signs all around me, I'm chosen. I've been searching high and low, everywhere I go. Signs all around me, I'm chosen.
You can't discredit God, don't let the science fool y'all. Talk about we came from monkeys, but that's one illusion. I see the monkeys walking, don't see no monkeys talking. Just think about that baby as I ride this cat was talking. There's a perfect plan, there was no spontaneous combustion. He's really just that awesome, if you saw him then you trust him. Let's praise him, he's amazing. The planets, the seas, the clouds, the birds, could you really fathom these? The purpose, the reason you was birthed and even breathe. If you really grab it, dog, it'll bring you to your knees. Life has a purpose, let's bring it to the surface. Live it every day in service, you can't tell me I'm worthless, I was purchased. Refurnished, from trouble man to earnest. It's my grace, I ain't earned it, but He gave me higher learning. I know I don't deserve it, but He chose me anyway. I was acting bad, He still saw the good and took the pain.
I've been searching high
on, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we ain't talking about money, sex, and drugs. We talking about some real knowledgeable stuff that you can take with you, you know what I'm saying? Just straight up, like, just genuine soul, genuine everything genuine. You know what I'm saying? That's about it.
Stop breeding hate. Stop watching what others got on their plate. Wondering if it's chicken and steak. Life is give and take. If you give hate, you receive it in faith. Cause people gon' hate, gon' hate, gon' hate.